This is my audience right here. I don't have many, but they're listening, so it'll do. Alright, my name's Savannah Brown. Okay, has anyone changed their own brakes before? On your vehicle, car, truck, anything?
Nope.
No? Yeah, you never thought about it? You never thought about like the different price ranges of putting it in the shop versus doing it yourself?
Yep.
You have? Okay. Well, it's a lot more valuable if you learn it yourself. Changing brakes can be easy, but it can be hard if you don't know what you're doing. There are several websites, there are several movies, there's several videos that you can go to. You can check several websites. YouTube has step-by-step as well. There's several tools you need. Do you know what a C-clamp is? Do you know what a lug nut wrench is?
No.
Do you know what grease is?
Yes.
You do? Good. And also the main thing is a jack. When you were sitting there changing your brakes, first thing you want to do is make sure you already know the process. You want to kind of watch a few videos, figure it all out or whatnot. But once you get the hold of it, it's not that hard. Pretty much you have 4 different tires that have all brakes on each one of them. First off, you want to loosen up your lug nuts. You want to do that before you jack up your vehicle. You don't want the tire spinning while you're trying to take the lug nuts off first. That's the one thing you want to watch out for. Once you loosen up the lug nuts, then you can use a jack up the vehicle, and then you can take off the lug nuts that are already loosened and sit there and take off the tire. Next, you'll have the caliper as well as where the brakes are held into and rotors, and which you'll take all that off as written in my presentation and whatnot. Once you get to the brakes, it's not as hard. You can take out the brakes, you can examine them, you can see the flatness of them, but you kind of want them thick. If they're flat, you're out of brakes. Just like that. Now, the one thing is there's 2 different kinds that you can have. You can have regular brake shoes and one other. It just depends on your vehicle itself. But in general, there are several different types of ways that you can take it off. But in order when you take that part off, you have a brake caliper. And that is which your brake will go into. This is when the C-clamp, which is another tool, will come in hand. With this, you're going to basically press back in the brake caliper where the brakes are going to fit back in there and readjust with the thickness of the new brakes. Once you put the new brakes back on there, you basically do everything backwards. Now, before you put everything back together, a lot of people like to grease their brakes. Now, do you guys know when your brakes are bad? Like,
Yeah.
do you know, what do? Do you see, hear, smell something?
You hear them?
Okay, yes, you will hear kind of a squeaking sound. They'll let you know, hey, you know, you're getting to the metal part. The squeakers, that's what they're called. Well, they're nicknamed. Now, there are several different types of grease that you can use, but either way, grease ain't needed, but it can be used to help it out. To help prevent the future squeaking where it goes before it needs to. In general, changing your brakes yourself is something that can be easy, but can be hard. It can save you money and time, but also it can also take a lot of time. Something to look into, and something in order to sit there and learn something new and do it on your own. That's all. Any questions?
No.
All right, thank you.